Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Sarah. You already know that because my name's down here somewhere. I spent 5 years in the multi-level marketing industry. I was gaslit, I was lied to, I was manipulated, and now I'm here so that you don't make the same mistakes I did. Let's get started. Hello, hi, what a week. By the time this video comes out, I believe we will be going into Thanksgiving, or it might even be uploading on Black Friday. So happy holidays to you. Because of this, I actually wore my Thanksgiving shirt. It says, I brought the green bean casserole. I wore this last year and it was a hit. It's like my favorite shirt to wear on Thanksgiving. Full disclosure, I wasn't going to say anything about it, but I feel like it is affecting the way that I'm talking. So instead of pretending like nothing happened, I'm just going to address it. I spent this last week in Clarksville, Tennessee with my best friend in the whole entire world, and she owns a med spa, and lucky for me, that means I get the hookup to all of her services, and her associate Brittany actually gave me a little bit of Botox in my lip, a little bit of Botox on my side of my eye, a little bit of Botox right here, and your girl is feeling amazing. My confidence level is through the roof, but I'm definitely talking a little bit different. So instead of everyone conspiring in the comments and asking what's going on and wondering why I'm still drooling so much, it's because I'm still getting adjusted to these giant bad boys, okay? It's hard looking like J-Lo when you weren't looking like that before. So I'm still getting used to it. It's fine. We ain't gonna be 31 forever, so we gotta do some preventative measures so we ain't looking all wrinkly by the time we get to 65, okay? Okay. And if you are local to the Clarksville, Tennessee, Nashville area, please hit my girl up. Her salon is Winked Med Spa. You can look it up on Google. It is right there in Clarksville, and I was super impressed. It was so fast. I was there for like less than 6 minutes. I am such a big fat baby of needles. I was not looking forward to it, and Brittany was so fast. I literally was in and out in less than 10 minutes for the entire experience. So definitely go hit it up. They also do eyelash extensions, facials, all kinds of stuff. Go check out their website. Go see what services they offer. They are freaking awesome. But anyways, let's get into today's video. So we are going to watch an opportunity. We already have a customer. Oh my God, you're so heavy. We already have somebody wanting to be annoying. I'm so surprised. I cannot believe it. Somebody already being nosy. You know why? Because I have a fleece blanket on my lap. Okay. Well, you can lay on the fleece blanket. Winston is behind me. He is taking his cat nap, no pun intended. So today we are going to be watching an opportunity video that someone had sent me. It looks like they're selling Enagic. Usually when they're using the jargon high ticket versus low ticket, it's most of the time Enagic, like 99.9% of the time it's Enagic. There is a small portion where it is master resale rights. I'll be able to tell as soon as we get into this video and figure out what's going on. I am going to put on some makeup. I have 2 other videos to film today. I'm trying to batch content so your girl can get through the busy holidays. Let's jump into this and see what they have to say, shall we?
What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? What's up, my beautiful people? It's your girl, Danielle. Hi. So I have a guest coming on here in just a few minutes. She's going to pop on any minute. She is my inspiration. She is my friend. She is one of the kindest, most humble people that you would ever meet. And I can't wait for you guys to hear her. Let me see if there's comments here. There she is, Miss America. Yeah. I was like, there she is. All right, let's see if that worked. Oh, it says adding. Oh, here we go.
You're so funny.
Oh my gosh, there you are, Kelsey.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to turn this. Oh, is that bothering you?
I can't hear you.
Scroll your volume down and then back up.
Okay.
Hello.
There it is.
Yay!
What's going on? How are you?
Don't mind me. Just here in the half dark, like a
Hey,
creeper.
it's all right. As long as we can hear you.
Yeah.
As long as we can hear you.
Yeah, we are on the way back from.
I know that we are only like 1 minute and 30 seconds into this video, but they always claim that they have all this time freedom and all this ability to work whenever they want. If that's the case, why wouldn't you schedule yourself a little better so that you could not have to do your live in a dark vehicle with your entire family in there with you? I don't understand that. If you are the CEO of your business, if you work within your means, work in pockets of your day when you choose to do so, why are we choosing to do so in a dark ass car with children in the back seat? Wouldn't be my first choice. Good for you, wouldn't be my first choice.
Actually, let me do this. I don't know if that changed the audio or anything. Hopefully not. But, we're just on the way back from Annalie's volleyball game and driving home. So that's why I'm sitting in the dark. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So if it's cool with you, I'm just going to jump in and get the
Absolutely.
party rocking and rolling.
Have your way, lady.
Okay, I love that. It's so funny. Those of you guys, okay, listen. First off, I just have to say I've known this girl for a hot minute. Like, we've been in the online space. We've been in business together long time ago through mutual connections. And I just always have thought you were so funny, so inspirational, so hardworking, just really lit up the social media space when you were there. And so when we were talking about,
Should we do a count on how many times she says space? Because I can already tell that this is her token word. She loves this word. Also, full disclosure, I am on a new makeup journey. So I have severe acne at 31 effing years old. And I am trying my damnedest to figure out a routine where I can minimalize the bacteria, the gross stuff that goes on my face so that my acne will go away. I've finally found what works for me, and it's literally me putting my makeup on with my hands because that is the cleanest way possible. Sponges break me out, brushes break me out. I am gonna be completely honest with you guys. I am not disciplined enough to wash my brushes as much as I should. So I literally just had to get rid of them. I use them a little bit for powder, and that's about it. 99% of the time I put on my makeup with only my hands. So please don't judge me. This is literally what I have to do just to keep my skin clearer than it's ever been. So
you doing this, I'm like, I don't care how I have to get her in here. We're going to make it happen. We're going to go with a little unconventionalness, and we're going to make this happen. But I'm so glad you're here.
Me too.
And, of course, always an honor to be able to work with you because I just think you're so cool. So, anyways, enough about you. Let's talk about me. I'm just kidding. See, this is why we're so funny together. Anyways, okay, guys, listen. We're not wasting your time, okay? This is the real deal, Pickle. All right? We are in business. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. But before I tell you about it, I want you to know we're not wasting your time. And when I say we're not wasting your time, what I mean is I've generated, made, brought home in my bank cash checks for over $400,000 in the last year, which was my first year in this business. I started end of last August of last year. So if you're somebody that's looking for more money, looking for time freedom, looking for autonomy, you know, you can be wherever, do whatever, whenever. Well, I mean, you know, let's not do illegal stuff. You can do whatever within reason and be wherever. You don't have to clock in, clock out, all those things, right? And you're just looking for...
You are doing something illegal. You just made an income claim, and that's against FTC regulations in order for you to be running your business. So congratulations. Also, you don't have time freedom because you're literally doing this Facebook Live in your dark ass car.
Options. Guys, like, listen, we're both faith-based. We're both faith-based.
Yeah.
Okay? We're both faith-based, so I know how it goes. I get some people every now and then who, money's the root of all evil, money isn't
Mhm.
everything, Jesus is number one. Yeah, we know Jesus is number one. Like, we got
Yep.
that. Like, I sing in church and play guitar. I know. But at the same time, I don't think Jesus wanted us to be broke, busted, and disgusted
Mm-mm.
at our paychecks and
Mm-mm.
living a life of misery and prioritizing work over church, over our family, over ministry, right? I
Right.
just don't believe we were created by the great creator for us to clock in and out of a 9 to 5
You're
and to
preaching to
miss
the
out on time
choir,
with
sister.
our kids, and even missing church for work, because we have to go to work in order to survive and live paycheck to paycheck. So it's not your fault. It's not our fault. We were actually conditioned and manipulated to believe this, to think this way, starting from a very young age, starting around 5 years old, to sit at a desk from 8 in the morning to 3 and get one lunch and one recess. And that carried over into adulthood,
Yep.
which meant we clock in, we clock out to a job, only they extended the hours. Now we don't get out till
And
5.
I don't even
And
get lunch.
wow, that dang, yeah. See, it just gets worse. So,
Yep.
um, and I just, here's the thing, guys. Before I even knew the online space existed, before I knew about low ticket, high ticket, any of that, I actually done what I was supposed to do, and I went to college and I got a degree, and because I was a per, wow. She just said, because you were a good girl. I was like, see, conditioned. But
You were a good girl.
you were a good girl. You went to college. It's like, okay, but I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You're right. You're right. Um, but yeah, but that's the way society believes, right?
Right.
Is like, you're good if you go to school and you get a degree and then you get a good job. That's the only way you can get a good job and make money and live this, have.
I think I've brought this up before, but it really hits me hard when I actually see kids or hear kids in these opportunity calls, is how is this negatively impacting their train of thought or their reality? Because they have a parent who is quite literally glued to the screen, quite literally working constantly on her phone all of the time. That is the influence that they're getting. That is what they think is normal. And so I'm curious again, and I think about this all the time, is how this is impacting just children of MLMs. Like, how is this going to change the future and change relationships with children and their parents, because we have all these millennial parents in these multi-level marketing companies that are just completely consumed? In my opinion, I feel like it's going to mirror a lot of children who were products of cult members. And I know we have tons of information out there, tons of videos and biographies and podcasts and all kinds of information about children who are products of cult members and how it affects them and how they have trust issues and how their relationships with their families are strained. And I really do think these MLM impacted families are going to mirror the same situation, in my opinion.
The cars and the houses and the boats and the four-wheelers as if you go and you get a degree because that's the only way you get a good job, blah, 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 make money. And that is so backwards, so wrong. Now, I'm not saying that getting a degree is wrong, because I think that experience definitely helped me and shaped me as a person, absolutely. But college degrees or jobs that require a college degree, I make more money than all of them people do.
Right?
All of them. And I didn't have to have my degree to do what I'm doing. So I think there is a place for people who are more of that employee mindset. They like being told what to do. They like being submissive. There's those, and people who are like revolutionaries and visionaries. And I mean, you could think about it like this: like, Jesus was a revolutionary. Like,
Yep.
he didn't conform. He didn't just lay down and you say, this is what we're supposed to be doing, this is what's right, this is what, like, he's like, no, 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 this is what this says, this is the way. And I mean, ultimately end up being at this, I was gonna say burn at the stake, but that's not, that's not at all, no. Well, it was nailed to the cross. because of it. And so my mind is like, look, it's been a long day. Um, but you get what I'm saying, and people hated him for it. And so, there came a point in my life where I got the degree, I got this, I got that. I was doing an internship, and I got offered a job for $12 an hour. And back,
Hold on. Did she just compare herself to Jesus? Is that what we're doing? She compared Jesus leading the disciples and preaching the gospel and then being nailed on the cross to her being in her MLM. Ooh. Okay.
back 12 years ago in Eastern Kentucky, that was a pretty significant starting wage. And I had no idea about the online space, but even in that moment, my gut just said no. And guess what? People got mad at me for it. They're like, we need to tell these professors that they need to make sure their students know a good wage, blah blah blah. But it wasn't even about that. They could have offered me 15, they could have offered me 18, they could probably even offer me 20. Like, it wasn't about that. It was realizing that gut feeling in that moment that I was not going to trade 1 hour of my time for $12, 1 hour of my time for 15, for 20, for this and that. And so many people, those of you guys watching this, are stuck in that right now. So many of us. And for me, I don't know. I felt like, you're gonna have to park by Little Caesars, that way I don't get interrupted. I felt like I was meant for something bigger. I had a purpose, and
Yep.
those of us that are faith based, I feel like, we can recognize that when God calls us to things,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
We can recognize when God calls us to bigger purposes, and it might seem crazy, out of the norm, unconventional to other people, but we know in our heart, in our mind, that we were meant to unconform,
Yeah.
and to not be normal, and to, step into something bigger. So and this is what I want to say, just a little piece of here, a little piece of about the sales thing. I'm not afraid to say I'm a salesperson. I love sales. Sales creates more millionaires than any other industry, and sales is the highest paying job on the planet. So if you want to make money, get into sales, hands down. The problem is that a lot of people did get into sales, doing like the low tickets and the online and the digital products and the influencer. And that can make you money, but you have to have a substantial amount of people. You have to be viral. You have to be an influencer. I know, because I worked really hard to become one in order to do that. And that created that burnout, and that it was never enough, and always grinding, always working, always every month, 18-hour days, like boom, 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 boom. And I lost focus of what was important, and I worked so much that I missed out on time with my family, right?
Right.
And so I can see why people don't like sales. They don't like being salesy, because they get those annoying messages from their friends and family for them to buy something just to hit a go. Like, I get it. But that's not the kind of sales I'm talking about. I'm talking about legitimate sales. Because if you look around you, every single thing, even including that chair that you're sitting on right now, every single thing is the byproduct of a sale. You either got it sold to you, or got it given to you by somebody who got it sold to them.
Right.
Sales is everywhere, every day, everything you look at. And to me, when I'm like, okay, sales is how I break free, why would I not do the most elite version of the sales industry, which is high ticket sales? Like, it just logically, to me, makes sense that if I'm going to put this time and energy and effort into selling something, why would I sell this and make $20 when I could sell this and make $5,000?
That's a no-brainer. Hello.
Literally. And that's the bot. Like, the packages I usually sell, I make $8,000, $8,000 a pop, because I typically do sell the higher packages. And it's because people not only want freedom and money and better health, which the products bring, but they want to be able to hack the comp plan and start.
Okay, so she is talking about Enagic because she's talking about packages and health and stuff like that. So it's not master resale rights. The reason she's selling packages that are so high is because Enagic, a lot like REL, has a buy-in incentive. So if you buy in at the very bottom level, your commission is not as high as if you would buy in at like the third level. So the more you spend, it puts you at a higher rank when you start out, and can you make more commission right away? So that's why she's selling the bigger packages, because Enagic is notorious for literally just selling the dream. You know absolutely nothing about the products. A lot of people get into Enagic without even realizing that's what's happening. And so they really hone in on it just being a high ticket business, just being able to work when you want, just selling the dream, and not really focusing on what the actual product is.
Out at making massive commissions, like triple the commission potential, because people need money. And so when you can have a business model where one sale is over 4-figure commissions, one sale a month is life changing.
Yeah.
Versus having to sell, 200 sales or 100 or 50 or 30 or whatever, right? Like, I can see why people don't like it. It's exhausting. It is a lot of work. But I will tell you, one of the biggest things, actually, not roadblocks, but like struggles that I had in high ticket was feeling guilty about how much money I made so easily. I'm not joking, because I was so used to like grinding for the dollars that I'm just like speaking for the thousands. And that's a massive shift and a massive difference for me. And I feel like if people would just get out of their head, let go of the fear, and stop conforming and stop thinking that things are too good to be true. Like, you guys, abundance seems too good to be true to those who have settled for less. Okay?
Bam.
So if you're used to settling for less, if you're used to just surviving, if you're used to paycheck, you're going to look at something like this and you're going to say, that sounds too good to be true. But I'm telling you right now, 400K in a year, it happened. And it's happening with so many other people. I've got a girl who's made $42,000 in her first 3 months, another $10,000 in 2 months. Kendra, one of the big leaders in low ticket, who was burnt out and not getting paid hardly anything, and she was number one across the stage last year. She had a $40,000 month, her 10th month into this business. So it's things like that where there's just person after person after person, and they're from a range of backgrounds. It's not just influencers. It's doctors and lawyers and teachers and nurses and even special education D students. Our like top mentor, Brandon, he says this all the time. He was in special education classes making D's. And he's like, he makes like over $1 million a year just passively.
Wow.
So it's the stories like those that really let me know that, if other people can do this, I can strap up my boots and do this, because the harder alternative would be to work 40 years of my life away, and during the best years that I could have had with my kids, and been at a point to where I couldn't even retire. I'm just not going to do it.
If I stay where I'm at, I have to work until, just to get a decent retirement, because I started with the state late, I have to work till I'm 67.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Have fun. Have fun.
I'm like, no, thank you.
Okay, let's pause for a second, because they're really demonizing this 9 to 5 and working for $15 an hour. She said it herself. Let's look at Enagic's income disclosure statement, which we've already seen in my Enagic walkthrough. I'll link it above so you guys can see it. It was one of the very, very first walkthroughs I ever did, so it's a little rough, but there is good information in there. Let's see this. So 59% of distributors made $285. So we'll do 285 divided by 52 weeks a year is $5.48 divided by 40 hours a week. So on average, 59.34% of the distributors that are in Enagic statistically are making 13 cents an hour. If they were working traditional hours, 8-hour days, 40-hour work weeks, 52 weeks a year, nobody actually works all the 52 weeks. I get 31 days of vacation time, so that doesn't the math is not perfect, 13 cents an hour. So it sounds like $15 an hour doesn't sound that bad. What do we think? What do we think about that? If we want to be generous, if we're familiar with Enagic, which we pretty much are if you watch my channel on the regular, I've brought them up a couple of times. 6A is their big hitter. That's their senior director. That's their big, like, you finally made it. That's a big milestone. And that's usually when you built a team, you start making passive income, all this BS. If we are a 6A distributor, the median amount earned is $6,617. So $6,617 divided by 52 weeks a year. Oh, fuck, I put 53. 52 weeks a year equals $127 a week. Divided by 40 hours a week is $3.18. If you are working traditional hours, I was second guessing myself for a second. I'm not super duper uber good at math. So trying to do math in real time with you guys watching me makes me want to throw up. But if you are making $6,617 median yearly, divided by 52 weeks, gets us to $127.25. Divided by 40 hours a week gets us to $3.18. That means if you are working traditional hours, 40-hour work weeks, 52 weeks a year, you are making $3.18 an hour. That sounds like a no to me. Her stating that she would turn down a job for $12 an hour is, in my opinion, idiotic. Her saying that she would turn down a job for $15 an hour is, in my opinion, idiotic, because 6A is only 7% of the company. So if you are lucky enough to get up to 7% of the top of the pyramid, you are still only making $3.18 an hour. Grossy, grossy, gross. Disgusting. Not enough money, not worth the effort, but let's finish what they have to say about that.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
And I got a hoodie that says, God did not make me to play small. Like, I don't know, there's been a shift in me, and I was watching this a year ago, Kelsey, with you. I was telling my bosses about it. Like, so when I finally joined, my boss was like, you mean that company we were talking about last fall? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, well, when you've been thinking about it that long,
I was just
you
like,
gotta
hey,
get in.
it's in your head, like you said. I mean, that is the biggest battle for people. But, you know, I'm okay with being crazy. Like, I'm okay. I tell people I'm on my way out, and they're like, what? I said, I'm on my way out. I already have my resignation notice. I've already got my letter typed up. I'm just waiting for the date to slap on there. I've told my bosses that. I'm on my way out. Today we were in training, they were talking about stuff, and I said, yeah, I won't be here. I won't be here then. I won't be here.
Yeah.
You're such an inspiration. Such an inspiration to me.
Well, ditto. I just love who you are and your drive and your faith, you know, your ability to always, no matter how bad it gets, to see a bigger purpose, see a bigger picture, and to know that you're going to come out on the other side of it. And that's not something that a lot of people have. And so that's why whenever, you know, you said, hey, I want to see what this is, I'm like, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So I'm so excited for you, and I just think that I truly 1000% believe that this is going to change your life. And I know that you're going to dig in, and you're going to run, and you're going to go after it, and you're going to make it happen, because this game is at least 80, if not 95% mental, right? I mean,
Yep.
we know that. Like, we know business is mental.
Yep.
But I feel like all the time that we had in the online space prepared us to be here.
Yeah.
And you're ready to step into that next elevation. And I just feel like in order to do that, for any of us, requires more money. And what better place to be than a place where you make 4-figure commissions with one sale? Right?
Well,
Like,
I mean, when I found out
sense.
I could make more in one sale than what I bring home, and I don't have a good job. I have what's considered a great job, you know, but there were times that, like, I would be crying on my way out to work, and I told my husband, I said, why? Like, we have good jobs. Like, why are we struggling like this? And he said, no. We have great jobs. And I ain't about it. Like, I'm not about it. I felt that tug, and I felt God all over it. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to jump. Let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah. I love it. Well, is there anything? Oh, wait, I do have a quick announcement actually. So, any of you guys who are interested, because the information's free 99. Like, you can't, there's no excuse not to look at it. There's no excuse to take a moment of your time to see what this is. Like, if you're not willing to do that, then this business isn't for you. So, it's just not. You're not prioritizing changing your life. Let's just call it what it is. But if you
Okay.
are somebody that is highly
No. No, 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 no. Okay, we were gonna let the faith manipulation, we were just gonna let that slide. But you're not going to make people feel bad for not wanting to do your pyramid scheme, in my opinion. You sell a dream, you sell an extremely overpriced water filter that not everyone needs. Statistically speaking, you have to spend $6,000 to $10,000 to buy in at a rate where you can make a good commission. So if people are not wanting to look at that information and they don't think it's a viable business model, that is not them not wanting to change their life. And in my opinion, this might sound mean, and I'm so sorry, and you guys can correct me if it is mean, but if the lady on the top is saying that she is struggling financially despite having very good jobs, maybe, just maybe, it might be because she probably had to take out a loan in order to buy her water filter in order to sell the water filters. So if you're already struggling financially, if you're already in the position where you have a really good job, but you're not understanding why you can't get on top, maybe spending $10,000 on a water filtration system is not the most financially smart move to do. In my opinion, that is how I feel about that. Because from personal experience, when money's getting tight and we're having to make decisions based off of how much money we're going to put in savings, how are we going to pay the bills this month, whatever we're doing, whenever I was having to make decisions like that, spending money on an opportunity was not where my head was at. Saving money was where my head was at. Seeing where I could shave off extra spending was where my head was at, not somebody poaching me into this dream, which unfortunately is usually what happens because these victims, I prefer the term victim because that is what it is. So in my personal opinion, from firsthand experience, I truly believe the people at the top know what the they're doing. They know what they're doing. They understand not everyone is going to get there. They have closed door meetings with the CEOs. They have closed door meetings with the market teams and the home office teams, the corporate teams, whatever. They understand that the dream is a farce. They understand not everyone's going to get there. But if they don't keep peddling that dream, they're not going to be able to maintain rank. So they lie, they manipulate, they sell this dream that they know is unachievable. And these victims, girl on the top of this live, me, fall into this trap where they think they're being cared about. They think it's something that's completely achievable. They think it's something that everyone can do, and it's simply not. And that's the message I'm trying to get across. Statistically speaking, according to the FTC, 99.6% of people who join a multi-level marketing company will lose money, period. If everyone would just listen to me say that clear as day, I would not have to be here. But unfortunately, people are led by emotions. And so when you have top leaders who are willing to manipulate people, who are willing to love bomb people, who are willing to lie, the statistics just don't matter, unfortunately, because everyone's moving around with their heart and their emotions instead of actually looking at the numbers, which sucks. Let's finish up this video.
Motivated, that is ready to make a shift, make a change, and make some serious money, then we are actually hosting not tomorrow, but next Wednesday. So don't tell me you have plans, because I know you didn't plan anything on a random Wednesday night 8 days from now. Unless maybe it's church stuff, but
You're like, we might let that slide.
we
Maybe.
might let that one slide. But we will have a recording. But try to be there live, because the live, just the energy is just, it's amazing. And we're doing a massive masterclass. And the really cool part about it, too, is that we're actually going to be bringing on some of the husbands who went on the cruise, which, by the way, Saturday I just got back from a 7-day cruise with our team. Our team went on a cruise together.
I'm
and
gonna
I
be on the
brought
next
10.
one
I
next year.
brought 10.
Alaska, here I come.
Yes, and I brought 10 people in my family to it. And I was
Wow.
sitting there calculating. I was like, okay, how many sales? 3 sales paid for 10 people in my family. Flights, food, stay at a hotel for a couple of days, and the cruise, which by the way is on the Icon, the largest ship in the world, so it wasn't cheap. 3 sales paid for it.
Wow.
And I'm just like, that's the kind of sales I want to be in. You know what I mean? So come Wednesday, we're gonna have the husbands on. They're gonna be telling their experience, sharing their stories, and what they've being a part of the culture and the team. Which, by the way, this one over here
Hi,
got
Matt.
his first sale last
What?
week. Boom, boom,
Yeah. That's
boom, boom.
awesome.
Yes. Close the trifecta, like 5K in the bank.
Wow.
Let's go. So yeah, and that's really cool too, because so many of us want that, not just spousal support, but spousal
Yeah.
integration into what we're doing, and I feel like, yeah, I mean, he loves the skincare and stuff, but he's not gonna build a team with a beauty company. So, but this he can. This he can
Right.
be a part of. And I actually had a coaching call with a husband and wife today, where the husband quit his job. His last day was September 5th, and he quit his management job to come into this business full time with his wife.
Wow. That's
Yep,
amazing.
just awesome. So we're gonna have some husbands on there. It'll be really super powerful. You guys should be there. Check it out. See what it's all about. Come feel the vibe and the energy. It's just different. It's like standing in a room with broke people versus standing in a room with investor mindset, business mindset, positive, abundant. Like, it's just a different room, and it's a different attitude, a
Yep.
different outlook, different
Yep.
perspective. And the really cool part about it is that we are a faith-based organization, so we share a lot in our master classes about faith, about God, about us. We're born to the
Yeah.
kingdom. We should
Yeah.
all be wealthy,
Yeah.
right? But this broken world has us broke,
Yeah.
and believing that that's the way that it's supposed to be, and it's not.
Well, you know what I told
So
God? I said, God, I want to help other people. You know my heart. You know that I do what I can, but I can't even help myself right now. I
yeah,
can't even help myself. How am I going to bless somebody else? And I truly
exactly.
believe that that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Not just to change my life and my family's lives, but multiple other people's lives and families as well.
Exactly. And you got to get yourself straight first, because you said it. You can't help other people if you're not helping yourself. So to me, we get your family straight, get your family good, get your family cruising and moving and abundant and
Can't wait.
happy and free and have options. Then you can go out and change other people's families.
Yep. Amen. Amen. I'm so
Yeah, I'm
excited.
excited for you.
Me too.
So you guys, if you want to come to the master class on Wednesday, it's going to be huge. Just drop down info down below. Danielle will get you registered for that,
Yep.
get you the info sent over so you can be a part of it. I'll probably be on it on the panel. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then you guys can see if the business is something that you want to explore further. And if it
Yep.
is, we'll have a personal conversation with you to see. We're not going to just get on and sell or send you a link. Like,
Mm-mm.
we're going to get on and we're going to say, where are you at now? Where do you want to be? What goals? How much money is it going to take to get you there? And we're going to map out an actual game plan that's going to show you, how many sales do I need to make to literally change my life?
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, it's going to be in the single digits. So, yeah, just call me info. We'll get you that info over. And then, is there anything else you want to add, leave, say, or?
No, I was actually going to ask if I could just pray for you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to close my eyes. I know.
Okay, I'm going to stop that there because I just cannot take the faith manipulation any longer, if we're being completely honest. A couple of things to take away from this video, and then we'll be done. Enagic is notorious for using masterclasses to rope people into their systems and get their contact information. So make sure you guys are keeping track of what is actually going on in your social media. Make sure you know what you're getting into, what you're agreeing to, ask the questions, make it uncomfortable. If they are not giving you the information that you need, just don't do it. Don't, because it's not worth it. Also, as we've all I could keep thinking about the entire time I was watching this after we did the math was that statistically speaking, most of the people who are in this company are making like 18 cents an hour. And then also statistically speaking, even people who are in the top 7% at 6A, which is one of their ranks, they're making $3.18 an hour. What? And you're forced to do a Facebook Live in your car in the dark when you're trying to get dinner for your family. Your kids are bebopping around in the back seat. You're ignoring them. They're asking for you. Your husband's just sitting there waiting for you to be done. That sounds like the nightmare of my life. I would absolutely hate doing that. That sounds like the worst thing in the entire world. That's all I have for today's video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate every single last one of you. I am having so much fun creating this content for you guys, growing this channel with you guys. I'm super excited. Every morning I wake up and I get to see how much it's growing. I get to reply to comments. It's my absolute favorite thing, and I've truly found a passion in doing this. If you have your own MLM story and you want to share it with me so I can have it on a future video, make sure to email. The link is in this description. You can shoot me an email through there, or I do have people who like to shoot me messages on my social media, which is completely fine. I am a social media girly. I am on my apps constantly. I work from my phone, so I tend to kind of swap back and forth from my work apps to my social media apps throughout the day. So I love getting those random messages through the day. It's awesome, and I love hearing from you guys. If you don't have a personal MLM story and you just see content out in the wild that you think would be interesting, or you want me to make commentary on or feature on one of my videos, you can also send it to the email below, or you can send it on my social media as well. I have Instagram and Facebook. I'm on them very actively, and you guys can hit me up there anytime. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment so I can reply to you and hear from you guys. And as always, you are worth more than the kickback your upline will get for recruiting you. Goodbye, everybody.